If you have no income and you filed for bankruptcy, what can you do? Well, Mary, that's a difficult question, a challenging one, but we'll answer it as best we can. There are government programs that can help people that don't have any income at all. We try not to let people go hungry.
And it can just depend on what type of debt she has, whether she needs to be in a Chapter 13, which is a reorganization, or whether she needs to file a Chapter 7, which gets rid of all her debt.
What's the simplest, and it does cost something to file for bankruptcy, right?
It does.
What's the simplest and least expensive route to take? And I'm going to make up a number. We wouldn't ask Mary or anyone to share personal information. But if someone's got $10,000 worth of debt and they just don't know how they're going to be able to pay that, what are the first steps they should explore? And what is the simplest path to take?
Well, Mike, a lot of times it just depends on what kind of debt it is.
Really?
Well, certainly if it's secured debt, that's debt that's going to be secured by a piece of property. And if they don't want to lose the piece of property, they're going to have to pay the debt. If it's an unsecured debt, such as a credit card bill,
which is probably the most common.
Correct. Medical bills, credit card bills, a lot of those high interest short-term loans that people get, those are types of debts that are easier to do something about in either a Chapter 13 or a Chapter 7 bankruptcy.
If she has no income, wouldn't she be more of a candidate for a 7, Chapter 7?
She would. You have to have a form of income, a source of income, to do a Chapter 13, which is a reorganization of your debts. So if there is no income and you can't afford a Chapter 13 payment, you're going to have to be a Chapter 7.
So Eric, if she does Chapter 7, I mean, what does she get to keep? Some things, books?
She'll keep all of her personal property, most likely. Usually we'll keep your real property.
Would you keep her home?
Well, it depends on how much equity one has. Yeah. We have a $15,000 homestead exemption in Alabama, which is not that much. And we have a $7,500 personal property exemption, which has been improved in the last several years. So it just depends on what they own.